Hey guys, my name is Greg, and today I'm gonna share with you how we do script writing. First, let's define what a script is. Script writing is all about writing stories, dialogues, or explanations for your viewers to understand your point. A script is a written work of scriptwriters made up from crazy ideas and stories. Since we are specifically writing scripts for educational purposes, might as well define it this way. The purpose why we make scripts is to make the topic more understandable and accessible for viewers. A lot of people is afraid to even get started. This is because there is this fear they are feeling like, oh, it's my first time writing a script, I can't do it, I've never done it before. I think one of the problems, or should I say the biggest, is when you start writing and gets discouraged so easily. When you're feeling this, try to encourage yourself in the topic and make the stories yours to control. Just start writing and soon, you'll just get indulged in what you are doing. For starters, let me teach you some of the steps I've learned along the way when writing scripts. This might help you create online educational content that will help viewers learn even when they are not in class. So we hope that after watching this, you will be more confident and knowledgeable in creating amazingly crazy stories. Take note, these tips are based on our experiences, researches, and our own personal processes that we go through when coming up with ideas in making scripts. In your case, you'll eventually learn to adapt while making a script. So, here we go. What sets apart a good scriptwriter from others? Is it talent? Good grammar? Imagination? Well, technically yes, but I think it's more about planning. Yes, that's right, planning. Planning helps you to create better stories. To guide you, here are the 6 steps we follow when writing scripts. The first step is to conduct research. Before deciding on what subject matter you should write about, it is important to know the viewers or the market. Are they students or professionals? What do the viewers need? What do they want to know? It is very important to have a good grasp of the subject matter. In order to effectively convey the things that you want your viewers to learn, researching is also necessary in order to decide on the appropriate production style to be used. This may be done in many ways. You can read online articles, surveys, theses, books, or other sources that will help you gather a pool of information. The second step is to ask yourself, what would be the topic? Then, set the title of the subject matter. For example, subject matter is basic accounting. This is for students, right? And another one, what if dinosaurs still exist? This one can be a good story for all ages, including kids. Just don't get too bloody on the details. And also, don't forget your personal interest on a specific topic because that might help you in creating scripts more easily. Now that you have determined the subject matter, the third step is to make a course outline. Ask yourself, what are the topics to be discussed under the subject matter? The course outline will set the flow of your discussions. It will also help you in assessing whether you were able to cover all the necessary topics. So it is good to include the subtopics, indicate the chapter, the topic number, and the title of the topic. Make sure to include an introduction in order to give your students an idea of the things they are expected to learn from the topics. For example, in basic accounting, you may plot your course outline this way, which includes the journal entries, financial statements, and other topics related under it. The fourth step is to determine the teaching method and the tools to be used. It's time to make your imaginations work and ask yourself, who are the viewers? How do I want them to view the subject matter? For teachers, since your viewers are your students, you may go for the typical classroom type setting or the usual way you teach your student in school. Only that it is done online. It can be done through recording a video or through a PowerPoint presentation with a voiceover. Some also do live streaming. Now, what we do in IOL is to create content for animation. In my personal experience, I usually opt for storytelling. It involves developing a story with characters. This is because this style is good for memory retention and your students will not get bored. Having a good storyline will surely help the students to understand the lesson and makes learning fun. Determining the teaching method will help you in creating the template or format for the script. The template may be set in a conversational style such that characters have dialogues, or you can just allow a narrator to tell the story. Remember what I said earlier about the subject matter? What if dinosaurs still exist? If your teaching method is bloody, then it's not for kids. Now, we are ready for the fifth step, which is writing our script. On our part, we usually use Google Documents and Microsoft Word. But you can write scripts using other tools. There are many ways to start your script. Some prefer to include a quotation or parts of a song. Others simply mention the specific topic and the things they are going to discuss, like a sneak peek. Since we're doing storytelling, it's good to be interactive with the viewers. Greet them and say hello to attract your audience attention. With the introduction of characters, narrate their stories while discussing the theories and principles you want your audience to learn. If a character in the story is faced with a dilemma, identify the problem to be solved. What are the events that occurred which led to the problem? Then, present the rules and legal basis. This is especially when presenting law cases that are applicable to the problem. Thereafter, we apply the rules in solving the problem. Make sure to explain why and how we arrive at the solution. At the end of the script, you may include a summary or conclusion to reiterate and inculcate to the students the topics discussed. The last step in the script writing process is the checking and finalizing. In this step, you may consult other scriptwriters to proofread your work. Ask them for comments and suggestions. Check for any wrong grammar and misspelled words. Make sure that the information you have indicated is accurate. If you are a teacher, think of this. If you are able to create and store a video or presentation about a topic, then you can use it for this school year and for the succeeding years to come. Aside from that, your students can replay the presentation to understand the lessons more. You will be able to save time rather than explaining the concepts to your students over and over again. So that's our 6-step script writing process. For our next presentation, we are going to discuss about the tips and storyboard of the scripts.